Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video we're talking about episode summaries. What is going to happen in December in Wonderful PreCure? There are lots of interesting events unfolding in this month, and it will end on something great, or at least January will start on something great. That we will discuss later. Let's now focus on the earlier episodes of December, starting with episode 44, which is the next one. This episode is called Lots of Happiness, and it will air in Japan December 8. So in this episode, we're gonna have a little focus on Otsuru, which is this amazing lady, part of the three amigas. I love them in Wonderful so much, and I'm very happy that at least one of them is getting a little episode that will have her as a little focus at least, so I'm very happy. So in this episode, Iroha will run into Otsuru and her dog Fuku. Both of them have already appeared, and we know that Fuku is an older dog. He's a dog that, is in this episode celebrating 18 years. And so they decide to throw in a little party for Fuku's 18th birthday. So while they are preparing for the celebration, and we can already see a little bit of the celebration in the preview for episode 44, we can see this shot right here. They are, having a little fun. They are preparing for this moment. And then Iroha will find a photo of young Otsuru. And in this photo, Otsuru will be with another dog. And so she will ask Otsuru about her memories of that other dog. And so what we know about this is that this is a dog that Otsuru had when she was a teenager, and this dog has already passed away. So Otsuru will share the memories, and I feel like Wonderful PreCure will finally touch on the topic of animals with shorter lifespans and how this is part of the experience of the friendship between humans and dogs, humans and cats. This will eventually happen if you have a dog, if you have a cat, and certain animals as well. So, this is something that we will have to deal with. And Otsuru has already dealt with it in her life, and she will share that with Iroha. But that doesn't seem to be all. So, as we know, Fuku is an older dog. She's celebrating 18 years. That is a lot in dog years. And it seems that in episode 44, she will go to the vet. But things will continue on in episode 45. Episode 45 is called Friends Forever and Ever. It will air December 15 in Japan, December 14, at least for me here in Brazil. Depending on where you are, it will be a different day. So in this episode, Iroha will be very sad because she will be worried about Fuku. So what we see here is that everything that happened in episode 44 will carry on to episode 45. Fuku will probably feel bad, and they will take Fuku to the vet, and that will weigh on Iroha. Obviously, Iroha is a little girl who has a dog as her best friend, and this will probably make her consider some things, right? But there is something nice in this episode as well. With the events of episode 44, and probably by purifying another Gaogaon, which used to be a Nico animal, all of the missing Nico animals have now returned to Nico Garden. And if you look at the whole journey of Wonderful PreCure, this is really nice. And I feel like this will play nicely into the end of the series, because we're almost at the end. After episode 45, there's only going to be 5 more episodes. So we are going to have a little closure to all of the animals that were scattered through Animal Town after the attack in Nico Garden. And in this episode, Meimei will thank Komugi and the others. And while Meimei is chatting with them, they will hear the distant howl of none other than Torame. Torame is Gao's comrade, as we know, and he will go to Komugi to announce that he will play with her in person. Now I'm a little confused what they mean by this. We know that Komugi can hear howls and she can kind of understand the feeling that there are in them. So I don't know if she understands what Torame says based on the howl, or if Torame will actually go where Komugi is and will tell her that. But when he tells her that he will play with her in person, I think that she might understand the howl from far away. I feel like this episode is going to give us a little bit more concerning Torame. We had a little bit more on Zakuro already, and even though we had something for Torame, I feel like we need a bigger connection between Torame and the wonderful PreCure team, just as Zakuro had with Mayu. And so I feel like this might be it. This might be the episode in which we are going to see Torame actually connecting with them a little more in some way. He wants to play with them, and we know that Komugi and Iroha love playing. So I feel like this episode, even though there isn't like a huge event, there are important things here. We have Iroha worried about Fuku's health. We have all the Nico animals returning to Nico Garden, and we have Torame getting to attack the girls again, or getting to want to play with Komugi again. So those three events I feel like are going to create a very interesting episode. So episode 45 is one for us to be on the lookout. And then we have episode 46, which is the last episode of this month. It will air December 22 in Japan, and it's called Merry Christmas. And so in this episode, all of the wonderful PreCure team are going to be invited to a Christmas party at Nico Garden. They are going to celebrate Christmas there. And after enjoying the party and exchanging gifts, everyone is going to be invited to a talent contest. And girl, who do you think is going to perform at this talent contest? I wonder what this is going to be about, if we're going to have the kid-eating animals doing some stunts or anything on stage. But we are going to have Nico-sama singing and dancing. You and Idol PreCure is starting earlier. Can you believe it? Nico-sama will already give us the flavor of You and Idol. And I cannot wait. I wonder if she's gonna sing a Christmas song. I hope she sings Christmas Magic by Perry. You know Perry from Little Mix? She released a Christmas song this year. Santa baby, I know you're listening. I got the lyrics wrong. But still, I love this song. I'm obsessed with it. It's called Christmas Magic. Go listen to it. It's amazing. And the music video of Perry and her little child is super cute, super adorable. I hope she sings this song. And I wonder if Nico-sama will perform on stage with her human form or with her mascot form or her fairy form. Because we've already seen her performing in her mascot form in the first episode that she appeared. I mean, she did not perform, but she did, but we didn't see it. But we saw her, talking on stage. So, I'm curious. But then comes in the interesting thing. And here I got a little confused. So you're going to have to help me with this part. So what happens after the Christmas party is that Komugi will follow Yuki to another Christmas party. This Christmas party is actually a cat gathering. Yes, and this cat gathering is a place, or it's a gathering where the cats all huddle together to keep each other warm, like in a neko dango, or a cat dumpling. Well, we've already seen Yuki connecting to other cats in episode 34. So I wonder, I'm a little confused here is that if this party is happening in Nico Garden or in Animal Town. I believe it's going to be, the summary does not say it. I believe it's going to be in Animal Town so that Yuki will meet all her cat friends again and she will enjoy this little Christmas celebration with her cat friends. Or is it going to be in Nico Garden? And in Nico Garden, we know that there are lots of animals there, and we have other animals that can be. I don't remember if we have cats in Nico Garden. I don't think we do. So yeah, I really believe it's going to be in Animal Town, and we're gonna see all of Yuki's cat friends again. This is gonna be very funny. I'm excited for this episode. I am super, super excited. And so in December, we also have December 29, which is the last Sunday of December. But unfortunately, in this weekend, we won't have an episode. We have a break every year in PreCure in the New Year's weekend. So the weekend closer to the New Year's will always be a break. There are no PreCure episodes during this period. Lots of other anime shows also take breaks during this time. So we're not going to have episode 47 in this date. Episode 47 is going to happen right when we have the update of the You and Idol PreCure website. This is happening in January 5th in Japan and January 4th for me, at least. If you're in the American continent, just like I am, it is January 4th for you. So in this date, we're going to have episode 47. The episode titles that were shown to us shows us episode 48, but it's probably a printing error. It is not 48, it is 47, and this episode is called Happy New Year, Gao. We know that Gao is the big antagonist from Wonderful PreCure, and the episode title is just that, Happy New Year, Gao. I wonder, and I mean, we have no idea because we just have the title, we do not have the summary. And another interesting thing is that we do not have the people who are going to work on this episode. We do not know who is going to be the episode director, the storyboard, etc. I say this because it is probably Yoshimi Narita. Yoshimi Narita always writes important episodes for the show. And she is the main writer of Wonderful. And all of the episodes I mentioned, there's only one that was written by Yoshimi Narita, which is episode 45, Friends Forever and Ever, which is that episode that they are, all of the animals are going to be returned to Nico Garden. We're going to have Torame appearing again and attacking the girls. So, you know, this is a huge thing. Oh, and another thing is that Torame always creates Gaogaons using the Garu eggs. The Garu eggs are always Nico animals. So in this episode, there won't be a Nico animal. Oh, I mean, there won't be a Nico animal for him to create a Gaogaon. He can do like Zakuro and infuse a regular animal with dark energy to create a Gaogaon, but he never did that before. So I wonder, maybe he will be the one they're going to confront. They might play with him and, you know, quote unquote, purify him. Maybe in episode 45. This just came to my mind. But still, talking about episode 47, which is the first episode from January. And January is probably like the last arc of, I mean, not probably, it is going to be the last arc of Wonderful PreCure. And Gao, the main villain, is mentioned. I wonder if something will happen in the Christmas episode or if things will start in episode 47. I was mentioning the writers because probably this episode is going to be written by Yoshimi Narita. We don't know, but I believe if this episode is a key episode, it will probably be written by her. We do not know who is going to be the writer, but still, Gao is a very important figure. He's still a very mysterious figure. We don't exactly know what happened in the past. Satoru is still trying to learn how to decipher the diary from Subaru. And Gao will probably play a big role in this episode. When I saw this title, the first thing I believed in was maybe after getting to know more about Zakuro and Torame, they're gonna try to reach out to Gao and they might try to throw a party to Gao, a New Year's party to Gao, to try and make amends, to try and reach him, to try and become friends with him. I feel like there is a huge possibility of it being the thing. But this Happy New Year Gao can mean so many other things. I feel like there's a high chance of us discovering what actually happened in Gao's past in this episode. I am so curious. And this makes me so excited because I feel like now we're on to the last moment of Wonderful, and this season is just being really great. And by this time, when we see this episode, we are going to have seen the cures from You and Idol as well. And you know, I am the most hyped person ever for this season. So I'm very, very excited as well. Oh my god, I'm super, super hyped. Anyways, babies, this is it. Are you excited for the December episodes? And also, what do you think about the first episode of January? What do you think is gonna happen in it? Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team for helping me with this content, and also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very, very, very much for your support here on YouTube, on Patreon. If you support me on Throne, thank you very, very much. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!